Okay, today, March 23rd, 2020, we have the CDC's website updated March 20th, 2020 was the last time, so that's Friday. It's now the 23rd. Over the weekend, they left their total cases at 15,000. Total deaths were at 201 as far as the closeout of the weekend. Interestingly enough, you got Event 201, which was a simulation where they was supposedly preparing for the next pandemic, and that happened in October 18th, 2019, just months before this stuff went down. So we got to pay attention to that. Coincidence? I don't think so. So now you got Event 201. You got Tom Hanks. He's losing by 201 points to his wife. They're playing gin rummy, and he's got the Corona typewriter. So U.S. coronavirus here is coming in multiple waves. So let's look at it astrologically, right? That's what I do. So March 23rd, 2020. Here's what's going on. We talked about over the weekend how things could really skyrocket because you have this Mars, Pluto, Jupiter conjunction. So you see how Mars makes things rapidly spread, Pluto keeps them regenerating, and Jupiter obviously is growth and expansion. So it's growing, it's expanding, and it's doing it rapidly, and it's got this nice regenerative, protective Plutonian energy, and now it's in the public sphere. You get all these celebrities getting it. Whether they are or not, I don't know. You got the moon, okay, at 23 degrees, 5 a.m. on March 23rd. 23 degrees is exactly sextile the 23-24 degrees of these planets, Mars, Pluto, Jupiter, and Capricorn, the sign of social status in the public sphere. So we need to pay attention to the fact that the moon connects things to the actual material realm. It rules the etheric double of the body. It is a bridge between all these energies and brings them down into a place where they can manifest. So physical events manifest when the moon is involved. Now you have to watch out for the rapid spread in the public at a time like this when the moon is involved. And then the moon is in Pisces, and Pisces rules hospitals and institutions and prisons and isolation, and you got New York going on lockdown last night. So the astrology makes sense. When is it going to kind of calm down? Well, like they said, it's going to come in waves. So April 3rd, 2020, you got that wave right there. So April 3rd, 2020, that's about 10 days from now. Mars will be in Aquarius, so we'll have some distance. It'll be next to Saturn, which kind of limits things and calms things down. So maybe that'll help for a minute, but you still got Jupiter and you still got Pluto conjuncting each other, and that's going to be going on for a while, which is why you can see this because after Jupiter gets past Pluto, it'll come back through retrograde. So these two planets are going to be floating around each other for a while, and they're going to be floating around each other in Capricorn for a while. So you have to pay attention to the fact that there's still going to be a lot of growth and expansion even when Mars isn't involved, and Mars is going to become involved when it reaches a sextile point, and then when it reaches a point of squaring, when it goes in Aries and it squares this combination. So you're going to have a few waves, which makes sense. The multiple waves here that they got going on, you gotta pay attention to the waves. So, we just have to make sure we are cautious at a time like this, that we take these things seriously, because whether or not they're orchestrated, they're real, and so just pay attention to what the media is telling you, pay attention to what they're telling you beneath what they're actually telling you, what's actually going on, and look at and pay attention to the astrological correlations to these events, because they matter. People are using the astrology. As you can see, we were discussing how the 22nd and the 23rd, when we came up and had those planets conjuncting each other, Pluto, Mars, and Jupiter, that the growth was going to start to become rapid and exponential. So the growth and expansion of Jupiter, the regenerative powers of Pluto, and Mars. So we got to wait till Mars moves on to kind of calm this combination down, but it's still not going to completely get rid of the growth and expansion, but at least we can slow it for a little bit, and then we can realize that it will come in waves. The event 201 predicted that it would come on strong at about 6 months. So we have to pay attention to, their timeline for this. They said it would come in really strong at about 6 months. So we got to look at about June 18th for that, because we're going from December to June. And then Mars will be entering Pisces. So Mars, this planet right here, will be over here in Pisces at about that time, and it will be sextiling this combination, most likely a retrograde Jupiter and Pluto conjunction, and that's going to then bring back in the growth of the rapid expansion. The rapid expansion of the growth, rather. Sorry. And then you're in Pisces, so Pisces rules hospitals, Pisces rules isolation, Pisces rules institutions. So whether it's self-isolation, the going on lockdown, because you have the moon involved today in Pisces, so it's a perfect day for them to have people get locked down in their house, in isolation, Pisces, or in hospitals, in institutions. We have to see that all this actually makes a lot of sense, that all these things are orchestrated perfectly, and we just need to pay attention to it so we can keep ourselves as safe and healthy as possible. So guys, just stay safe today. Watch out for that moon in Pisces. Let that pass. It'll be gone by the end of today. And then a couple of days from now, we got to watch out for it in Aries. But then, like I said, by April 3rd, when Mars is away from this a little bit, we won't have to worry as much about it when Mars goes into Aquarius and we get a little bit of a break, and then we'll reassess the situation from there. And then later on we'll look at it at the 6-month mark where event 201 predicted, and see exactly why it might get worse at that point and spread in the megacities. So today I'll be doing and offering readings online through Pixie Dust, so you can message them or call them up or message me, and we can book that appointment. We'll be doing it over Skype or by phone, whatever works for you. And so you can still get your chart done. You can still get information on your life, even though the shop right now is closed due to the corona. So yeah, make sure to message if you have any questions, and we can discuss it. And yeah, we'll talk soon. So have a good day.